Hey guys, it's Kara, the foodie dietitian. Happy Mindful Monday. So today we're going to talk a little bit about yoga and why it's so important to set an intention for your yoga practice and how setting an intention can really help to bring your practice to a deeper level. So you might have noticed that yoga has become really trendy over the last 10 years, even more so over the last 5 years it seems. Everyone and their mom wants to do yoga. And as a result, we're seeing all these new different cool, hip types of yoga popping up. And what I'm noticing is that yoga has really evolved with this trend to be focused solely on the physical aspect of yoga. Many people are seeking out yoga and some of these more workout types of yoga to really just get a sweat in. So what's missing here? What's the missing link? Well, I think we're missing out on the other part of yoga, the spiritual part. You know, in the ancient yogic texts, when they talk about what yoga is, the physical aspect of yoga, which they refer to as asana in Sanskrit, is really just one small little piece of the big yoga puzzle. In fact, yoga, translated in Sanskrit, means to yoke or to union or to connect. So what are you connecting in your yoga practice? Are you even making a connection? Or are you simply just practicing to practice and to get in a sweat? If you want to try to bring in more meaning to your practice, if you want your yoga practice to be at a deeper level, then I encourage you to try setting an intention for your practice. So what is an intention? Well, an intention is different than a goal, in that a goal is really focused on a future outcome. But an intention is really something that you carry with you each and every day. An intention is based on your values, what means most to you in your life. With an intention, you're setting this continual aspiration or path based on your values. So ask yourself, what do I want to invite more of into my life? It could be one word, it could be something abstract, something based on your values. So maybe it's compassion or kindness or openness or maybe patience. So when you set the intention, well, some yoga teachers will invite you to set an intention at the beginning of your yoga practice. But if they don't offer up a time to set an intention for yourself, carve out that time for yourself. Usually it'll be at the beginning of practice when you're kind of just checking in, focusing on the breath. That's a great time to think about what it is that you want to invite more of into your life. And then try to keep that intention with you throughout your practice. Don't just set your intention at the beginning of practice and then throw it out the door. Try to bring it up as you flow through your practice. So if you're going through a really challenging pose, something that you're struggling with, that would be a really great time to bring up that intention, because then the hope is that that will translate outside the yoga studio. So when you're encountering something again that's challenging or difficult in your life, you can then call to mind that intention. And if this all seems a little too woo-woo for you, then simplify it. Ask yourself, what is it that brought me onto my mat today? What is the reason that I decided to come to yoga practice? And you might surprise yourself, but oftentimes by asking yourself those simple questions, an intention might naturally reveal itself to you. As a yoga teacher, I always set an intention at the beginning of each class for myself. I found that setting an intention really helps me to deepen my practice and gives some more meaning to the practice and also meaning into my day-to-day life, both on and off the mat. And so I encourage you to carry and hold that intention with you once you leave the yoga class. And carry that intention with you off the mat and throughout the rest of your day, the rest of your week. We've talked before on the blog about living your yoga and what it means to live your yoga. How can you take the things you learn in your practice on the mat and translate it to life outside the mat? So this intention, the setting an intention practice, is a way to help you to live your yoga, to take what it is that you get from your practice, that spiritual, mental piece, and carry it with you throughout your week and into your day-to-day life. And now I'd love to hear from you. Do you practice yoga regularly? If so, have you ever tried setting an intention for your practice? And if so, how did it change your perception of the practice? And what happened afterwards off the mat? I hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to give it a thumbs up or leave a comment in the comment section below. I hope you all have a very mindful week. I'll see you all next time.